Hey guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. We are here with a very, very special SUV. As you know, this is a 2026 Cadillac Escalade-V. But before we get into this blacked out supercharged beast, let's talk about what's going on here. So we're doing a little bit deeper dive with this 26 Escalade-V, really wanting to put you behind the wheel to see what it's like to live with an Escalade-V. How does it function? What are all the functions? What are all the features? And what is it like to be sitting behind the wheel? So without further ado, strap yourself in and let's see exactly what it's like to drive an Escalade-V. All right, guys, we're inside this 2026 Cadillac Escalade-V. This is what you see when you get in. Everything is pitch black. Not a lot of welcoming chimes and sounds and all that other stuff. Here's our Escalade-V key fob. The best part is you got remote start on the back. That's always fun to do, especially in a quiet parking lot. But once you get the seat situated, then you're ready to rock and roll. And to fire up this Escalade-V, you have your start-stop button on the right-hand side of the wheel. So we'll step on the brake and fire her up. Now, once you fire her up, that's where you're gonna get some test chimes. You'll notice the lighting on your Super Cruise is gonna illuminate different colors, the blue, the red, the green. You have your 55 inches of screen. And the only way to get the passenger screen to work is that a passenger needs to be sitting in the seat. Other than that, it just displays Escalade. Of course, just like usual, getting to the 12.3 inches of infotainment system is very easy, very well organized. And the best part is that you have these quick access icons pulled out along the bottom, but then you could also just go into your home screen like usual to access all the features as well, including things like ambient lighting. But nice to have that ease of use and accessibility. Now, when it comes to the steering wheel, there's a lot going on here. You do have your heated steering wheel button, very easily accessible. You got your V mode. You hit that. That's where you're gonna get all your V mode options that come up, and you could individually set up the preference for each one of those things, from suspension to steering, the all-wheel drive. But if you're gonna drive this, you really need to keep it in full V mode. Now, when it comes to shifting, you have an electric shifter on the right-hand side of the steering column. And then you have your stalk for your turn signals and your windshield wipers on the left-hand side of the steering wheel column. Of course, you have the metal paddles to go up and down the 10-speed automatic. And then this toggle switch on the passenger side of the wheel is going to be one of the most important. You have your volume. Obviously, that's going to be important for your audio, but this here allows you to access a menu of different things. Like, for example, I could bring the Google Maps right in front of us. If I don't want to do that, you could then go back into your driver's assistance. This has night vision. Takes a few seconds to activate, but once it's activated, you'll actually have your night vision image in that square right in the center. Or you could even do, believe it or not, an AR camera. There's the wall that's right in front of us. So you do have plenty of options to choose from, and it's all done through this toggle. Of course, to turn on your adaptive cruise and Super Cruise, you use the tap buttons on the driver's side of the steering wheel. You're going to activate your adaptive cruise, and then this button right here underneath my left thumb is what's going to activate Super Cruise. And remember, you have to be on a road where Super Cruise is accessible. On the on the driver's side of the wheel, you do have your buttons for your adaptive air ride suspension, your different drive modes. There's our modes there. Lots of different options, including, of course, sport. I like to just put it right in a V. There we go. Easy peasy. Memory seat controls, you have two of them. All your windows, door locks, everything is easily accessible. And then remember, this is equipped with a second screen. Now the second screen has a lot of features and functions as well as the infotainment system. So you have your AC controls, dual climate. It has a haptic kickback. You could adjust the rear if you want to. You then could pull down this menu and do things like open up the glove box, get into your rear controls for your seats and everything. And then you also have all your AC controls easily accessible and your cameras. So you could get to all those beautiful cameras. Top of that, you have, when it comes to seat controls, not only the ability to move the position of the seat, but you have your heated seats, ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, and massage seats for both the driver and the passenger. This particular model also has the executive package, which means that the backseat passengers, the mid-row passengers, have these same functions and features. You got a wireless charger, and then you have a volume knob and your Cadillac direct drive control knob. But why don't we go ahead, let's buckle up, and we're gonna go for a little drive to see what it's like to live with an Escalade-V. Now the good news is, because of all the great cameras, it's gonna make it easier to park and drive this beast, because it is a large SUV. You have your nice digital rear view mirror, and then all your controls for your panoramic sunroof and the power shade easily accessible up top. Don't want to forget to mention, of course, there's also a head-up display. But to put it into reverse, you're just going to take the electric shifter, foot on the brake, put up. We look like we have a door open. So I'm going to have the door here. Let's see if I can, let's see, before we jump into things, let's see if I can put this back into park here. See if I could close it this way. Nope, looks like I have to. That's for the glove box. We don't want to do that. But I'm gonna go ahead and get that door closed right away. We're gonna do it the old-fashioned way and actually have somebody open it and close it for us. There we go. But it's nice if you have kids to see what the doors are doing, if they have the doors open or closed, if somebody's getting in or out. So that's nice to have that easy access for those things as well. And then of course we'll bring back, I'm gonna bring up the AC controls. So like I was saying, put your foot on the brake, throw it into reverse, use the nice backup camera, clear as day. And this is where you'll realize just how not only capable this SUV is, but also how comfortable it is. Even when going over sharp speed bumps like these, the magnetic ride suspension with the air ride setup soaks things right up. 1, 2, 3. I can get out of that like that. Visibility out the front is really nice. The A-pillars are pulled far apart. And of course you got tons of room in here with your 3 rows. But let's start off and go on throttle, shall we? On throttle, here we go. So you're definitely gonna have an easier time getting to things on time, just based off of how this Escalade-V performs. I mean, 0 to 60 in 4 seconds. It's mind-blowing how this SUV performs. The dash, very clean, very clear display, not too much information. Steering has a nice feel to it. And then the seats are ultra comfy, especially with the premium Napa leather. Now, the only thing that might feel a little awkward at first is just having the 2 touchscreens, because remember, you have your infotainment system that handles most of the things, but then everything else AC wise and all that is going to be in the lower screen display. There are 0 hard buttons for any of the controls for AC, your heated seats, your ventilated seats. Everything is within the screen. But I think the thing you're going to enjoy the most is just how capable this vehicle is. It really does it all, and it does it very, very well. The only thing that is probably going to be a little bothersome is that if you are daily driving this, you're getting about 11 miles per gallon in the city. So she does like to drink, and just make sure you have your gas card ready, because this is a performance SUV with that type of thirst, so to speak. But it's very smooth. It's not a harsh ride, even when you are in full V mode. Not a harsh ride. And the technology is what makes it easier to drive and to operate. The handling is actually very confidence inspiring, which is nice. Whether you're trying to rip it through a twisty road or just feel more comfortable on your daily commute. You do have an electric tilting and telescoping wheel, so if you need to really adjust and have that wheel perfect, you just make the adjustments on the left of the steering column. There's a little button there where you can make your movements and your changes to the steering column. But of course, on top of everything else, you are going to get your full safety features in here, the blind spot monitoring, the lane keep assist, all those goodies to keep you and your passengers safe. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to change the mode here. So to do that, the nice thing is you could do it in the screen. They do have a physical button for that, at least. So we can go ahead and just put it into Tour, which is going to soften everything up, from the suspension to the active exhaust sound, to steering, and to how the V8 and the 10-speed automatic behave with one another. But definitely the exhaust sound is nearly not as loud as when you are in sport mode or in V mode, especially when it comes to the pops and the bangs. The modes are very, very unique to one another. And that's what you want. But having the head-up display with your speed, with the speed limit sign built into it, is a really nice touch. And it just allows you to not be wandering for information. If you want to get to your audio, you could pull up your Sirius XM, whatever you're going to listen to. And it's one of those things that you can use the screen, or you could just use the rotary dial on the Cadillac symbol right here on the center console. So, I mean, that's another area where you can make those changes very, very easily. You don't have to touch the screen if you don't want to. Bring up your navigation. There you go. But everything is well placed in here. There's lots of good storage areas. And having the executive package, especially with the rear seat entertainment, is what's really going to make your life easier, especially if you have kids, because they can just veg out, or like the kids like to say, rot in the mid row, and have that entertainment so that you don't have to entertain them. Like I said, just very easy to drive. Hit the V mode, that puts you right into full performance, and then you go on throttle. And then I just want to show you how easy it is to park this thing. Piece of cake. And that's that. So like I said, you put it in a park by hitting the edge of the electric shifter. You can then open and close doors, do whatever you want. You have your park assist. Everything well laid out in here. But I'm hoping that you've enjoyed this deeper dive in what it's like to live with an Escalade-V, a 2026 Escalade-V. We're going to get back to where it all started and wrap this one up. So I'll see you in a split second. All right, guys. Always like to bring a little bit deeper kind of feel for some of the vehicles. You can't deny an Escalade-V. I think it's one of those vehicles that people just want to know more about, and that's why we're doing these types of reviews. So let me know in the comment section, did you enjoy discovering what the Escalade-V is like to live with day in and day out? And would you like to see more of these? Let me know in that comment section. But if you're new to the channel and you're on your way out, hit the subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile. Come back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you for being part of the Raise Race family. Gotta give up to Stephen Flood. He's trying to hold steadfast because it's one heck of a windy day. But thank you for your hard work, Stephen. And just like always, I'll see you on the next ride.